Maame Donkono is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving you those that blazed the trail in her movie acting in Ghana. Maame Donkono, good morning and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, my son.
Yes. Where have you been?
Oh,
where have we been looking up? We Googled your name. We went to all the places we were expecting to see.
I've been in the country for a year. Last year, I was at your studio here. I've been to your studio here for three times with the girls.
Okay.
So I'm around.
Really?
I'm around, yes.
Oh, but then
I'm just quiet. I don't want to come out loud this time.
Okay.
It's just why maybe you don't see me.
All right. So what have you been up to? What have you been doing in these last few days that you've been?
Well, by the grace of God, last year I was able to take part in 6 movies. 3 of them were international, and the other 3 were, purely Ghanaian-made movies.
Okay.
So I've been working, and then we've been doing other programs on new television stations and all that.
Okay,
so I'm around.
Okay.
Around. I've been busy. Yes.
I see. We know clearly that you started a television talk show, Odonia Sumje.
Right.
What happened to it? Because at least some of us who were growing those days, learned a lot from it.
Yeah. Odonia Sumje, and then by the fireside.
By the fireside. No, by the fireside, we'll go back to it later.
Yeah. I think I got myself a little bit involved in politics. Don't talk about it. Don't ask me questions about it, because I don't want to answer questions.
No, we'll go there just a little bit.
And after the hula baloo, the television stations decided not to use me again because I've got myself involved in politics, and the party that I supported lost. So. And then that I was taken to court and all that for 3 years.
Yes.
So finally, when I was found not guilty, my children decided to take me abroad. They are there, so they said to me, "Mommy, come and rest." Yes, and then they took me to hospital. Fortunately, one of them is a medical doctor.
Wow.
In US, so I went through the medical examination, and they saw that I was dying.
Really?
Yes. So they asked me to take it easy. It's one of the reasons why I've been taking it easy. I don't work too much beyond what I can. These days, if I work a little and I feel that I'm tired or this, I just have to stop,
relax,
and then relax. Yes, because I don't want to drop dead on the set.
No.
So this is it. I'm around. Yes.
Okay, you touched on the issue of politics and business and individual lifestyle. We are not going to delve deep into it. We just want to say, what kind of impact did the political interference or political connection have on your business and your life?
Well, I don't know whether it's Ghana or all over the world, but as I've said, if your party loses, don't let me go there. You see, everything of yours comes to an end. People like movie producers don't want to use you in their movies because they think that, if we are advertising the movie and you say Maame Donkono is in it, somebody in the other party wouldn't want to see Maame Donkono. But I think that is the more reason that you should buy a movie that I'm in, so that anytime you want to see Maame Donkono, that controversial woman, she is there. But it brought an end to my movie career. It brought an end to my TV shows and all the talk shows and things that I was doing. It brought an end to my orphanage and all that. But thank God I've started a regular school. Gradually it's picking up, and I hope that now that people have forgotten about what happened in 2008, the school will grow. And then the movie producers have started using me since I came back here. They've been calling Maame. A lot of them didn't even know that I'm back.
You're in town?
Yes, I was in town. But since they got to know that I'm back, they've been using me. And I was surprised that this production company from USA, big movie company, all whites, came here, and they were doing a film about the Liberian War. And some of my sons, who were production managers here, because the film was shot here, thought about donkono. And they called me, In fact, that movie was filled with mostly men. It's this Latter-day Saints movie, some missionaries that were in Liberia during the war. And they were almost killed, but by the grace of God, it was a miracle that they escaped. And they needed 1 or 2 elderly women in it. And my children who know what I can do called me, say, "Mommy, there's this international thing. It is just one scene, but come." Okay. And I think it will open avenues for you. And I went, and all the role that I played was among the crowd that were escaping. When these civil wars come, the women and the children, and some carry goats and things will carry, and then we were crossed by the rebels, and they were looking out for crowds. I don't know, a particular tribe, because according to the leader of the rebel, the mother, the father, and somebody was killed by, was it Doe or whoever was on? Okay. So he was going to kill all clans. Unfortunately, I was a clan, and they lined us up and they shot us. And that little scene, we used about 3 hours, 4 hours to shoot these whites. And I loved the way they did it. It was such an experience. If you look at the movie, the area shots, and they were using a drone. Okay. They put the camera in it, and the drone will be flying. And the area shot, the things, you need to look at it. Go and watch the movie. It was premiered yesterday, and I love it. I was just shocked. Wow. I just said, yes, I'm a crown. So proudly. I'm proud of it. So, and they shot me. And that was it. And I'm surprised to see my picture on the poster. I was surprised, maybe because I did probably so a big selling point for the movie. Maybe. And that movie she's talking about is titled Freetown. Yes, it is. It started premiering yesterday, and so you can catch it at the Silverbird. We'll be talking a little more into that particular. We'll go detail into that. But back to Maame donkono. Now, we also hear like you just said that. Not only Ghanaian movie houses, but some international houses have started contacting you. Some have contacted you already. You were doing. Did they also consider the political influence anyway? I don't know. Maybe. You see, because these days people do movies to sell them. Yeah. They use a lot of money to produce a movie, so they need to sell it so that they can make their money. So if I'm going to use Maame donkono and people won't buy it, not everybody, but I mean those people who are on my side will buy it. But if nobody will buy it, or some people won't buy it because donkono is in, then they are not going to use me. But right now they are coming. I don't know. It's by the grace of God. Yes. All right. You were apart from the orphanage that you had, now you say you have a full-grown school, proper school, which is also growing gradually. Right. What are the other social activities you have been involved in? Because we know you as a very active, powerful woman who, led campaigns to ensure that at least women and children's rights were properly catered for. Even right now, from here, we are meeting at the Kaukudi, where we have the women have our center there. We're going to have a seminar on women. There was going to be poetry, speeches, and all that. We are doing this because of last week it was International Women's Day, and we couldn't organize ourselves, so we are doing that. I've been going around, people invite me, churches and all that. These days it's mainly in churches where I help with activities of women and children, and then the old age, the aged. There's a church, a particular church. Should I mention the name of the church? Yes, Royal House Chapel. They have a group of more than 100 old women from 60 to about 100. Some are 100 and 102. And every Thursday we meet them there. I talk to them. The Reverend Minister and the wife feeds them breakfast, lunch, supper. And we encourage them because a lot of them have been neglected by their children. They call them witches. I'm surprised that when women grow
they automatically tend to
become
become
witches, but they don't do the same to the men. Why? Why should it be so? So and we go and talk to them and encourage them, and some are able to live long, you know. So I'm doing a whole lot of activities. The women group, we call them Royal Ladies. We have conventions, women, thousands of women. And last year when they celebrated their 20th anniversary, I gathered some cultural activities for the group, and so I'm working.
Okay.
And I've been joined here by the casting director and then also one of the gentlemen who acted in the movie. His name is Michael Atrom. He is on the extreme right, and then also Bex. He is the casting director. And so we'll start with you, Bex.
Yeah.
What pushed you into deciding that for that particular role in the movie, Maame Donkono was best suited?
Well, you know, the thing is, when you look at the movie industry and you look at the actors in the movie industry, she's one of the pillars of the actors in the industry. And for a long time, we don't use them enough. They have a wealth of talent and experience, you know, and most of the actors that we had are fresh, new. These are their first young blood. So you need to bring in experience to help them and to show them and give them something. And there could be no one better than Grace Omabo Maame Donkono. You know, she came and she did something small, but the impact just show them. I mean, Michael can tell you about how working with people like
Michael,
that.
What particular role did you play in the movie?
I was a missionary. I was
one of the missionaries.
Yes.
Okay.
I was the leader of the missionaries.
Okay. And how did Maame Donkono's role in the movie impact you in terms of working together with her? How was it like working together?
You have no idea. It's an honor working with her. Okay. You meet the veterans on set, and then the way they get into character, sometimes you even forget it's a movie.
Yeah.
She was about to be shot and you're like, no. It feels so real.
Yes.
The intensity is there.
No, William Ado too is in the movie. William Ado.
You know William Ado, Apache.
You remember he went aboard a got fuel free from when they were escaping.
Yeah, and Jifa Glipo.
Jifa Glipo is
also we have an array of some of the
three of us. Yes,
exactly. And that was the idea, to bring these people in so that they could help us, guide us, and it's not just about selling the movie, it's also about transfer of that expertise to the newer generation of actors so that they can move forward.
All right, give us a short narration of the movie. What is Freetown about?
Okay, Freetown is a movie that is set in the civil war in Liberia. Now, these 6 missionaries, their job is to go around preaching. Now, when you have people being shot in the streets, you can't do that. So they decided that they needed to continue just getting their faith, getting the word out there about God. This is a religious film. So they had to escape Liberia and get to Freetown so that they continue their missionary work. And that's what it's all about. The challenges, they're exposing themselves as they try to get through. And there were like 6 of them with one driver. That makes 7 in a crammed small car.
Wow.
And one of them was a crown.
One of them was a crown.
And they wanted to kill that person, and they were chased by these rebels to the border of Freetown.
Yeah.
It was such a miracle.
You could see that he was the one hiding.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, wow. All right, so certainly it's a must-see movie. I think you should all get to the Silverbird Cinemas, where I am sure you'll come out feeling as wow as we have all been wowed. I've been there, I've seen it, and I think that you should do that too. All right, so we are wrapping up on this particular one, and we want Maame Donkono to tell us where from that name Maame Donkono?
Oh, I see. The first episode of Obra, we were at that time. Our set was based on the railway station, and I used to sell kinke there.
Okay, so
the character was a kinke seller, and any time that I carried the kinke and got to the station master's office, he would say, "Hey, Maame Donkono Akwaba." Maame Dokuakwaba, and that was it.
That is all.
That got stuck.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I've been privileged to have Maame Donkono by my side. She is my immediate right person, and then also Bex is the casting director for Freetown, and then also Michael Atram. I keep forgetting your name. Michael Atram. He is one of the actors in the movie. So you should see it. Silverbed, 4:30 p.m. ongoing. You would have to catch Freetown. I'll be there again to say it. So probably we might meet and then take some selfies.